Bulletproof Traders, ladies and gentlemen, back in action today on this market closing overview and position analysis. I'm very happy to be here. I'm Roy Cuzin, your host. Let's go right at it. Today, guys, we're gonna skip the cryptocurrency market section because there's really not much to write home about, and we'll dive right into the Forex market. Our positioning in the market's been super interesting this week, and I'm super excited and I'm hyped to talk about it. So let's go right ahead and dive in. We'll start with our strong positions and strong and veteran positions that we've been holding for quite some time now, right? It is the euro dollar and the dollar Canadian. Now, the euro dollar had been doing really well for us ever since it started to drop below the big support level of 109.11. We got in before price action even broke because we were so confident that it was going to go and break that level. And we started off way before, actually. We started off when price action was turning around right here on the top at 109. We used 109.11 as a target, and we got out when price action hit that level, but then we jumped back in because it broke through, right? We got in, and there was a bit of a roller coaster, I have to say. It wasn't a smooth move, but when price action came up on that technical correction, we actually doubled down, right? Now, looking at the euro dollar, it definitely had a big drop. And at some point, when we noticed it was starting to struggle with 107.24, which is a local support, we started to take that position out, but not completely. We started to close some of the trades, take profit home, right? And kind of lock in most of the profit that was accumulated. But then price action began to break below 107.24. That was just yesterday. We thought that was a sign of just continuation of that move, because at the end of the day, we're waiting for price action right here at 106.39. That's our primary target. Having said that, it's not necessarily our final destination. We think price action can go all the way to 104.85, representing the previous major low, by the way. But we have to be careful here, because price action could have a period of time where it's going to be having a technical correction coming up, and I can see the potential. I mean, by the end of the day, we'll know with a high level of confidence whether price action is breaking down below 107.24, which means it's heading towards 106.39, which in that case will get more aggressive next week, or it might close slightly above. And if it's already starting to pull back, you can see. Right, this is the pullback. It's very suspicious, by the way. But if it makes it above 107.24 by the end of the day, which is the official closing weekly bar, then that's going to be a big sign of an upside reversal, at least on a short-term scale. Which means we have to drop our position as quickly as possible and potentially even flip over. So wait for it. We might be flipping over the euro dollar. And don't forget, at the end of the day, we are very content with the profit that we were able to squeeze out from the euro dollar. Same with the dollar Canadian. Looking at it right now, dropping below 136.75, that's not a good sign. And again, the weekly chart suggests that it's failing to cross above 36.75. Take a look at that spike here. So again, with correlation to the euro dollar, right? In this case, inverse correlation. One's going to go up, the other's going to go down. So if the euro is going to go up, guess who's going to go down? It's the dollar Canadian here. It's going to go down. So we're going to be jumping out of an existing position right now. That's the last trade we have still in, because again, even here we took quite a bit of profit on the way up. So we left the position with just one trade, but if this is going to stay below 36.78.75 by the end of the day today, we're going to close out. Then next week we may consider flipping over just as well. So we may flip over on the dollar Canadian and the euro dollar, both. All right, interesting stuff, no doubt. But we're still in here, as you can see, with our original positions. Then we have the Aussie Jap, which we've waited for this. Holy, we've waited for this. Price action definitely dragged us here in the mud for a good 10 days, probably, right? We got in 10 days ago, maybe even more. When price action broke above 93.82, we knew it was on its way to 95.19. We started to build up that position. We almost knocked off that target, but then price action took us for a ride here on the way down. But still, since it stayed above 93.82, we felt comfortable that we're staying in that position, and it kept trading above that level. It didn't violate that 93.82 level. Even take a look at just today. Started off on the back foot, but then it's turning around and now starting to hammer. So that was a good sign, and we doubled down. We just threw in another 50K. All right, so that's another 50K to our original position. We're basically pushing this position up from 50K to 100K, and we're ready to throw in one more trade if price action starts to push towards 94.50. Once it hits 94.50, we're going to throw in one more trade, push it up to 150, and then try to cruise through all the way to the target. It's not a big move we're talking about, less, a little bit over 100 pip from where we're trading right now. But take a look at this amazing support coming from 93.82. I think it's like the fourth consecutive attempt, back to back, pricing is trying to break through, failing every single time, right? Interesting. Stop loss level 93 flat. We're keeping it there for now. We've done really well with the gold. By the way, the gold is our unofficial position, right? So this is our unofficial position. It's not exactly a classic currency pair, but we still like to play with the gold since it's really technical. And we've been very fortunate to catch a big move to 1951. At 1951, we got out from most of the position, but we kept some of the position in. Small size position, we kept it in because our conviction was right off the bat 1991. Our bullish conviction was all about 1991.48. We're still very, very strong. Feel very strong about that conviction. But price action did take a dive for a few days after hitting that level, right? It did take a dive. We were ready to accommodate that drop, and we knew that 1916 actually was the last line of resort, which that's why we were hiding our stop loss level right below at 19 flat, 1900. Looking at price action hitting that level, having a touchdown, and then starting to back off, turning around, that's like music to our ears. That's exactly what we wanted to have. And given that situation, we decided to pull the trigger and we doubled down. So after taking a nice profit off the table at 1951, we're back in the game, re-increasing our position size, rebuilding our position size all over again with 1991.48 here as our primary target. Nothing changed here about that. This is where we're coming from, by the way. Check out 1916 here, right? Take a look at the monthly chart. Beautiful, beautiful rejection of price action every single time. Take a look at last month with that big pullback. So I feel very bullish on the gold, hence our position, and doubling down right now on the position size, right? So these are the 5 positions we have on our plate. Right, well, right now the most exciting, I believe, is the New Zealand Japanese yen and the Aussie Japanese yen. I think by the end of the day, they may advance significantly. So keep an eye on those, especially today since it's Friday, right? it's the most hectic day. But let me tell you this, New Zealand Japanese yen, we got 50K here that we just activated. Now this one here is going to have an obstacle at 87.22, which is not too far ahead, right? Not at all. But that's going to be a testing ground. We want price action to break through, to penetrate. Once it does, show some signs of penetration and basically kind of settling down above that level, that's going to be our cue to double up. All right, we want to go, we want to come, we want to approach 88.12 here. That's our target with 100K. All right, so we're going to try to double up. I believe there's a very good chance, very good potential for price action to make it all the way there. And we're just talking about 130 pip, roughly. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. That's where we are. 5 active positions. Forex market's been super interesting here. We will follow up, of course. Next Monday, we're dropping another one. So get ready. Get ready. And we're going to basically pick it up right from where we left. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy your weekend. We're going to be back on Monday. Till then, take care.